Hey guys, welcome to the last day of my 8-day stretch of going intensely over all of the oils in my March kit. I hope you guys had a lot of fun this week, and I really just hope that you guys learned a lot, whether or not you have my March kit or are interested in getting it. Maybe you had some of those oils already and it just taught you a few things. My husband is doing dishes in the background, so if you hear something, that's what it is. But anyway, so the last oil is one that is super popular with doTERRA. It is their soothing blend called Deep Blue. And just by looking at the roller bottles that we have with it in it, you get a pretty good picture of what Deep Blue is like mostly known and used for. Deep Blue is a mix of oils that's pretty minty, pretty cooling. It's got things like wintergreen and peppermint in it, and that's what's going to give you that kind of like icy hot effect. And it comes in a lot of different ways on doTERRA. You can get it as the oil, of course. You can also get it as a roll-on, which if you get it as a roll-on, it's going to be a 10 ml roller bottle, but unlike the touches, it's not diluted. So if you were to order something like that, you might want to have some roller bottles at home, and you would just open it up and start diluting it into a few other roller bottles so that you can make that stretch, and then it's also diluted appropriately so that no one's going to have a sensitivity issue. You can also find Deep Blue as a touch, which is a 10 ml roller bottle that is diluted. So that's going to have your fractionated coconut oil already in it. So if you're kind of looking just for like an easy grab and go, I don't want to have to make it myself, roller bottle, then you're just gonna probably want to look into probably getting the Deep Blue touch, because Deep Blue is one of the oils that is only for topical application. So this is not an oil, obviously, that you're going to take internally. You'll also know that by this little child safety cap, but it's also not an oil that you're going to want to diffuse. So if you get this little guy, it's just going to be for topical application. So you're always going to want to dilute it anyway. So whether you get the little bottle of oil or the roll-on, then you're going to need to get rollers and fractionated coconut oil, or just go ahead and get that already diluted Deep Blue touch. So Deep Blue also comes as a rub, which is that Deep Blue oil in an already, ready to go squeeze lotion that you're just going to, this is just kind of like an icy hot or like a Bengay. So you're just going to open it up, you're going to squeeze it into your hand, and you're just going to go ahead and like rub it where you're having some soreness or inflammation. Deep Blue also comes as a polyphenol complex, which is basically their supplement. And the good thing about that is you kind of want to use it with a rub or the oil so that you're attacking your pain or and inflammation from the outside in with the topical application, and then from the inside out with that supplemental complex. And it's got, a really nice blend. Can take internally to help support the things that Deep Blue is known for. So let's get into what it is known for. So basically, Deep Blue is a toxic-free, natural substitute for what's already out there in terms of ointments and creams and stuff like that. It's a blend that naturally reduces pain and inflammation. So when you think of stuff like that, where do we have pain, inflammation, tension? That's where you're going to start making roller bottles to be able to start using this. So Deep Blue is amazing, obviously, for like muscle, back, and any sort of joint pain that you have, and you would just apply it directly to the area of concern, diluted. Again, arthritis, if you struggle with arthritis or any sort of aches associated with that, you're just going to go ahead and dilute it appropriately and apply it to that area of discomfort. Carpal tunnel syndrome, lupus, fibromyalgia, these are all going to be conditions that are going to be really, really helped and eased with the soothing effect of Deep Blue. If you are a workouter, you're going to be able to use this either pre-workout or post-workout to kind of help your muscles recover or loosen up if you're doing it before your workout. And, just again, dilute it and apply it directly to the area. You can see I've got it in my son's growing pains roller. So it's really, really, really good for little guys when they're having those growing pains, because it soothes those muscles and those joints that might be becoming inflamed and just sore. I would definitely super duper dilute this for those little guys, because this is pretty powerful stuff. And then obviously the tension roller we have for the muscle back and joint pain or the shoulder pain we get. If you're somebody who struggles with headaches, neck aches, migraines, this is going to be amazing for that as well. Apply it to the back of the neck, apply it to your shoulders, your temples, again, totally diluted to ease sensitivity. And then lastly, and one of my favorite ways other than the tension, would be for menstrual cramps. So if you suffer from really just intense menstrual cramps, I would make myself a roller bottle of this and maybe even add a little bit of the aroma touch that we talked about for a couple of days ago, and have this on hand so that you can try to combat those muscle aches, because our uterus is a muscle. And the reason why it's in pain is because it's inflamed. So there's a lot of inflammation going on naturally. So that, trying to avoid Motrin and Tylenol and stuff like that. Also, the Deep Blue rub would be really good for that. So again, I know I've said it a few times, but it's worth saying again, the Deep Blue really needs to be diluted, especially for super sensitive or young skin. And this is just an oil that you're only going to use topically, so no diffusing and no internal taking of it. This oil is one of the few oils that comes with a child protective lock, because they're really serious about it. And that's it, guys. That's it for Deep Blue. So if you guys are interested in my March kit, I'll post a few little slides about it on here, but you can always just DM me or email me if you have any questions. If you get bruises easily, or if you have bruised or any sort of injury like that, go ahead and apply to the affected area to reduce inflammation and scar tissue, diluted, of course.